CPN facts and do's and don'ts. Quick disclosure, this is for educational purposes only, so take the information and do what you will with it. I'm going to share some of the latest changes regarding CPN, so make sure you save and watch this video until the end. And as usual, before I get into that, I have to give a quick PSA. Please be careful for the multiple scam pages that are out here stealing and using my content, trying to scam you out of money. The easiest way to make sure that you're on the real page will take you less than 30 seconds. All you have to do is go look at my profile. As you can see with my real business pages, I am only following 3 or 4 people. Other than that, if you go look at the profile and they're following thousands of people, it is not me. And if they happen to scam you out of money because you didn't take the 30 seconds to go look at their profile, there is nothing that I can do to help you. I will never, ever, ever solicit you for any services that I offer. So if somebody happens to hop in your DM with my pictures and my videos trying to offer you credit repair, CPNs, classes, anything like that, that's not me. I don't solicit anybody for business. When you guys want to contact me, you can go make sure by doing so by the link in my bio. Other than that, it's not me. First things first. What you have to understand about CPNs is that they don't come with any specific guidelines on what you can and can't do with them. There's no direct source to get this information from, and a lot of it is if you know, then you know. And a lot of times you are going to have to read between the lines, so try to stay with me when I'm explaining all of this to you guys. Now, because methods and processes change so much in the CPN world, you have to make sure that you are dealing with somebody that is knowledgeable about them, that's dealing with them on a consistent basis, so that way they can give you the guidance or the information that you're looking for. What was working 6 months ago may not be working like that today. There's even been changes in the last 60 days that I see. So before you make the decision to go spend this lump sum of money to get a CPN, make sure you are doing so with the latest and most current up-to-date information, so that way your expectations of what you're using it for are realistic. All right, so let's get into some of these changes. Number 1, self. Self has not been CPN friendly since the end of February, beginning of March. So anybody advising you to go get Self Lender as a primary for your CPN file, that is old information and that is false. Number 2, Care Credit. Care Credit has had significant changes regarding their requirements in order to get a line of credit with them. They are not issuing it as easy as they used to. You will be required to have primaries as well as AUs on your CPN file. And no, you cannot get a line of credit with Care Credit with a fresh CPN file, and especially not with no credit score. Primaries. A lot of you guys ask how to get primaries for your CPN file since Self is no longer working. The answer is secured cards. Secured cards are going to be your easiest primary that you can get for your CPN file. And yes, they can still be obtained. There are certain requirements and things that you have to do in order to get your secured card, but it is absolutely still easily done. Number 3, personal loans. You cannot get a personal loan with a fresh CPN file. Show me somebody telling you that you can get a personal loan with a fresh CPN file, and I'm going to show you a liar. People are not giving out money how they used to. They are not extending credit lines how they used to. So don't have any unrealistic expectations, and do not fall for the bullshit when people are making it sound good and telling you they're selling you a dream. Don't fall for the dreams. Number 4, car leases and auto loans. This is still CPN friendly. So that means as soon as your CPN file is done and has a credit score, you should be able to go to the dealership and get the car off the lot. Now, you are still going to need all of your identifying documents the same as you would if you were using your personal credit. So what that means is your pay stubs. Some places may ask for your bank statements. You are still going to need an ID or a driver's license that matches the same information on your CPN file. Now, in my personal experience, I have not seen anyone be able to get this done on a blank credit score. So to the people that are out there saying that their clients are getting it done on a blank, I don't know if they're telling the truth or not, but I'm telling you in my personal experience, I have not seen that done at least in the last 6 months. high limit credit cards. So that's another one of those things. I get a lot of inquiries from people looking to get a CPN so that way they can get a high limit credit card, and I always disclose to them those are one of those things that you have to build into that. You're not going to get a high limit credit card with a thin or new CPN file. It doesn't work like that. I have other videos with a full breakdown on how you can get your limits increased quickly, but fresh off the rip, no, it's not happening like that. You got to start small and work your way up. Apartments and houses. This is still CPN friendly. Yes, there are certain things and places that you are going to have to stay away from, but the person that you are getting your CPN from should be able to guide you on where you can and can't apply to, what to look for, things like that. Now, one thing I did want to make clear, I'm not sure why some people are under the impression that if you use a CPN, you're not going to have the basic necessary costs that come along with it, but it's the same as if you use your personal credit. So whatever that property is requiring, that's what you're going to have to pay, whether it's a CPN or not. So that may be your first month rent, your last month rent, or first, last, and deposit, whatever the case may be. You have to ask the property what their requirements are for you to move in, but it is still CPN friendly. And like I always say, you guys, if you are going to get a CPN, make sure that you use it as a stepping stone. Make sure that you get it from somebody that is knowledgeable enough to give you information that you need, so that way you're not just wasting money. And if you don't want to spend hundreds of dollars for somebody to create your file for you, take my beginner's class. I take you step by step to create your own file. So if you are trying to do things like get your own place or get your car off the lot before the end of New Year's, my suggestion is to take that CPN beginner's class. You guys just got to have realistic expectations and make sure that you're going to somebody knowledgeable for your CPN.